culture thinks the same way we do. And consequently, not every culture sees the same way we do. You know, we're taught to see a certain way because we're taught to look for individual things and to be so individual. And because of that, that becomes the only thing we can see. Easterners, for instance, see much more interconnection between things because they've been taught to see that way. When we're children, we read books like, you know, Janet and John, you know, See John Run. You know, we're focusing on the individual. Japanese children, for instance, they have a book that says something like this. Big brother is sitting with little brother. Little brother loves big brother. Big brother looks after little brother. They're taught about interrelationship and connection. So that governs ultimately how we see. Scientific studies of Easterners and Westerners find we look at things very differently. The Easterners their eyes work more rapidly because they're taking in much more. So in my view, and we learn with relationships to connect with people basically about what's in it for me. You know, pretty much everything in our life is what's in it for me. So my view is we have to start wiping that hard drive clean. And that's why I looked at those 4 different areas about seeing more holistically, relating more holistically, connecting in a community more holistically and across divides, and changing your purpose so it's not just all about me, but how can I serve? And when you do that, it's not about sacrificing yourself. It's about being part of the whole and part of a larger connection. And I'm not just saying this is not about just personal fulfillment, although it will be. It's about our survival now. We need to do this. We're on the precipice. So this is, I believe, the most important elements of our evolution now.
So it's really, like you say, connected spiritually.
Yes, yes, and connecting is part of a bigger whole. You know, we're just going back to who we are. This is how nature designed us. When we act with nature, we thrive. When we act cooperatively, we thrive. Example of this, Microsoft. Microsoft still works in the old way where they've got little silos of individual groups that they're told to compete against other groups in the organization, you know, for performance. And so they create a climate of fear where everybody is fighting against each other. They've been shown not to be as innovative as other companies like Google, who work together as a team and make a big team effort where everybody benefits by what happens with the team. So when you connect like that, it works better. They found these days with some organizations, corporations, when they share with the competition, it's not just 1 + 1 = 2, it's 1 + 1 = 10. Everybody does so much better. So it's that whole idea that needs to permeate everywhere in our society for us to move beyond the idea of just what's in it for me. Because we were designed to do that. We work with nature, we do better.
It's much like a connective energy.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Any other questions? One last question before... No? All right.
I just wanted to thank you. This is synchronicity, pure synchronicity for me. I wasn't expecting you to show up.
I'm sorry, I can't.
This is pure synchronicity.
She just happened to come to the store.
Wonderful.
It's exactly what I need to hear now. I'm coming from the Brandon-based intensive journey and an advanced skills.
Oh, Brandon's a good friend.
And I work actually with her. I'm a massage therapist, and it's that kind of open space. And it's reassurance. It's what you need to hear, what you know, but you need to hear one more time.
Definitely. And I think we all need the empowerment that we can be the game changers. And it doesn't have to be giving up the day job. It doesn't have to be anything more than a few tiny things like helping that neighbor you never speak to by taking out their rubbish bin tomorrow. Going over to that person of a different religion and trying to get to know them. You know, just a little tiny thing like that can be a total game changer.